Okay, welcome to my Parisian journey, video number 2. Today I'm going to kind of piggyback on the first video I did, just about how Paris is so fancy and pretty and everything, and how I said that I had kind of grown up with the idea that being extra fancy or whatever was kind of wrong. Certainly, buying designer goods was not something I had ever done or been exposed to growing up or as an adult with 3 kids. You know, there's no spare money, believe me. So anyway, part of my journey of the way Paris really changed me was buying my very first Louis Vuitton. I got this in 2007. Still looks fantastic. It's the petite bucket. I love it. It was such a awesome experience going into that beautiful store on the Champs-Élysées in Paris, the flagship Louis Vuitton store. There are more stores in the city, but this is the big one. It's so pretty in there, and everybody's so nice. And while I was waiting for them to bag up my purse, you know, do the checking us out and everything, I can't think of what I'm trying to say. We were taken to a back room and sat in some chairs and had champagne. And it was just a blast. And I was like, I like this. This is fun. This is great, you know? And it was quite an experience, and I did not feel guilty about doing it. I enjoyed it. I mean, we could afford it. It wasn't like I was going to go into debt to buy a purse. I would never do that. So that was just the best experience. It was just really fun, and I'm so glad that I did it in Paris. And it was a very spur of the moment thing. I had not researched Louis Vuitton. This is before I was watching YouTube videos and seeing unboxings and all that. I just always, for some reason, loved the monogram and the trunks that I'd seen different places in my life. I had just seen them, I guess, in movies and TV and stuff. And I remember Audrey Hepburn has a whole Louis Vuitton luggage set in that movie Charade. And I just remember always thinking, wow, I would love to have one of those trunks or one of those purses or one of those bags. And so getting one was really an awesome experience. But like I say, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know the different choices. I didn't realize that there were so many. I actually went in the store to buy a Speedy because that was the one I had seen the most people carrying. But when I tried it on and fiddled with it, it wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. Number 1, I need a shoulder strap, and number 2, I don't like zippers, and number 3, it was kind of cavernous there was not any organizational features to it. So anyway, I ended up picking the petite bucket. And now I think back to that, and I think this was such an interesting choice. I've never seen anyone carrying one of these in person, ever. So that was an interesting choice for me to make. But it's a good choice, I think. I still love it, and I carry it to this day. So that was awesome. So then Louis Vuitton to me became kind of like tattoos. You hear that people get one tattoo and they get addicted to getting tattoos. I got a little bit addicted to Louis Vuitton, but not really, because I have 3. I bought my second one the following year. I don't remember the name of it, and I don't have it with me. But again, fabulous experience. I carried that one the most. Then this year, I got some Longchamp bags on my other trips, and then we didn't go for a couple years. And then this year, I bought my newest one, which was the Favorite PM in Damier one print. Okay, then the other thing I bought this year were the Chanel earrings. Now, Chanel is a different experience than Louis Vuitton. It is much more expensive store. The very first year when I ended up buying this one, my husband said, well, if you're going to buy a luxury purse, he didn't call it that. If you're going to buy an expensive purse, he said, let's go to all the stores and look. Because we wanted to make sure that I got exactly what I wanted because it was going to be the only one. Honestly, that's what we thought. This was it. This was my big purchase of mine. So we went to Dior, and that's really the purse Scott wanted me to get. It was just a beautiful bag, but I knew if I only had one purse, I wanted the classic Louis Vuitton print. However, we also went over to the Chanel shop and looked at some purses there. There was one particular one I had seen somebody carrying it on the hills, that old reality show, and and it was there, and she brought it down and handed it to me. I hated it. I hated the feel. It was too hard. It looked like it would be soft and luxurious on TV, but in person it was hard as a rock. I didn't care for it. When I looked at the other leather bags in the softer leather, overall, number one, they were so expensive that I knew I wouldn't enjoy them. I knew that I would be paranoid. I probably wouldn't carry it every day. Then it's ridiculous to spend that much money for a special occasion purse. Well, then what special occasion was I going to have to carry a $2,500 purse on my arm? Let's see, a wedding? Okay, what do you do at weddings? You dance. So what was I going to do? Dance with my purse? Or was I going to leave my $2,500 bag on the table? I realized I don't want something that's so expensive I have to babysit it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to carry it around like it's my child. So I just decided Chanel wasn't for me. So on we went back to Louis Vuitton, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fast forward. I had seen these earrings in Orlando. Didn't get them that day. They were gone, never to appear again. They don't sell their costume jewelry online. Chanel doesn't. So this trip, I thought, you know what? It's been 2 or 3 years since I saw those earrings. Maybe they'll carry them in Paris. So I found them. Now, something about these earrings, and I know it sounds materialistic, and I don't care because they were only $200 or so. When I put these earrings on, I don't know what it is, y'all, but I feel different. I don't know. I think it's the history behind them, the brand, the fun and the crazy day my husband and I had buying them. It was so much trouble. Anyway, I just love it when I have these earrings on. I wear them with jeans and t-shirts. I wear them with a dress to church. I don't wear them every day or anything, but I put them on now just to do this video. But I don't know. It's just I just really, really, really like them. And here's the other interesting thing about it and why I like them so much. I like to know the history behind a company. I had read Gabrielle Chanel. I had read a little children's book that someone did about her that's really cute. I really like it. I think I'm going to get it for my granddaughter. And it's about Coco Chanel, growing up in she was put into a boarding school, but she was a charity case. And it's just about how she developed the Chanel look and the Chanel, whatever you call it. Okay, I got home, and last week I was reading about Chanel and just kind of looking at different things. And I had started following Karl Lagerfeld, as I told you, on Instagram and stuff. And somehow I found that Chanel has an Instagram, and Chanel, I think, now that I'm not sure about an Instagram, but Chanel has a YouTube channel. I clicked on that thing. Oh my gosh, my mind was blown. It's just so interesting to watch these highly creative people create something. So I'm going to suggest something to you if you want to see it. They just came out with a new campaign, and it uses some model, Gabriella Gazelle, or no, I don't know her name. Giselle, I think is her name. She's the star of the video. Okay. Anyway, the commercial. There's a commercial. There's a long version and then there's the short version and all that. Anyway, what I'm trying to get to is on their Chanel YouTube channel, they show you the making of this commercial. And you have no idea what goes into something that looks that fabulous. But there's little short videos. One talks about the music and the guy that sings the music. One talks about her and why she was chosen and everything. What about her made them choose her for the commercial? The guy that's in the commercial. It goes into filming the commercial. It goes into using the iconic 5, Chanel number 5. You know, the iconic 5 is all through. It was just so interesting because I'm not a highly creative person, and people that are just fascinate me. So that was so much fun. So when I wear these earrings, I think about all that just went into the Double C logo. I mean, it's just interesting to me and awesome. And that's part of my Parisian journey, which piggybacks on the first video of buying something pretty and different and iconic just because, if you can afford it, just because it does bring a little bit of joy and inspiration and just fun, just plain old fun. Because let's admit, life can be really a drag, and my last year has been the worst. So when I can put on a pair of earrings and just go, oh, I remember when I bought these with Scott, it was so much fun. And I remember that commercial and how much fun that was to watch them create that commercial. You know what? That just is part of my journey and part of the changes that I made. And the thoughts that, sorry y'all, this is going off, and the thoughts that went on, that go on in my head during my Parisian journey. So that's it for today's video. I know it was all over the map. I apologize for that. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope you're inspired once again. Thanks. Bye.